I think everybody on this committee cares first and foremost that we have a policy, a strategy to deal with ISIS that is in relation to our national interest, that the two are aligned. And I think that is paramount in what most people in America care about, and certainly everyone on this committee. Secondarily to that, from my perspective, is the authorization process itself. And yet we find ourselves in an interesting place. The President, which I appreciate, has sent to us an authorization for the use of military force. That was welcomed, I think, by both sides of the aisle. As we have received that authorization for the use of military force, what we have come to understand is that, and this is not a pejorative statement, it's an observation, we don't know of a single Democrat in Congress, in the United States Senate anyway, that supports that authorization for the use of military force. On the other hand, the authorization for the use of military force that has been sent up is one that is limited in some ways, both in duration and relative to the activities that the Commander-in-Chief, through you, can carry out. And so what that does on this side of the aisle is put Republican senators in the position of looking at a limited authorization for the use of military force that in some ways ratifies a strategy, especially in Syria, that many people do not believe is effective, one that does not show the commitment necessary to really be successful. I know a decision memo has been in front of the President for some time relative to an air exclusion zone in Aleppo, and decisions about how we may or may not deal with protecting those that we're training and equipping right now to come in against ISIS. I don't think we've made those decisions yet, and I think to many of us here, what that shows is potentially a lack of commitment, if you will, to really deal with ISIS in a more significant way. That may not be the case, and I hope today during your testimony we'll be able to understand more fully the lack of those decisions being made, what that means relative to the overall effort.